If you appreciate all types of racing and want to get your money's worth, Dog Hollow Speedway may be your ticket. As if 6 divisions of racing isn't enough, they've been getting a very good turnout of race teams with the addition of the Race Saver 305 Sprints. So let's take a look at their highlights from Friday night. Roger Irvine started on the pole in the yellow 12 Sprinter, while to his outside is the one of 14-year-old Bryce Stephen making only his second ever sprint car start. Down the backstretch, they are nearly even for the lead. Even as they enter turns 3 and 4, it appears to be a tie. Then off of 4, Irvine gets a slight advantage as they complete lap number 1. Then as they approach the corners, Stephen gets some bite off of the bottom and launches into the lead off of 2. We have a restart with Irvine back in the lead. Behind him, cars get together, sending the 10 of Dan Shetler tumbling on the front stretch. He was okay. When we get back underway, Irvine pulls out to the lead by a few car lengths, while Stephen has to fend off the 38 of Brian Walker. Irvine and Stephen were the stars of the show, but the one still had a ways to go to compete for the win. With the laps winding down, the 14-year-old catches Irvine on the backstretch and challenges for the lead, but Irvine again begins to pull away. Stephen was not able again to close the gap as Roger Irvine goes on to the victory. Congratulations, Roger, on the win. It seemed like you had a pretty easy win going there until Stevens gained on you. What happened there?
Well, was trying the top of the track. Last week when we ran here, that seemed to be the quick way around. So we thought we'd go right to that off the bat, and the more we ran, seemed like the track started to slick off up there really quick. And but I thought I'd try to keep momentum up, see if that would keep me ahead of everybody. Until I heard somebody there, then I thought, well, when I hear somebody getting underneath me, then there's a good chance the bottom's quicker. So maybe we better go to the bottom and try to see what we can do there. So it worked out real good for us. I know the Stevens was putting the pressure on there a couple times, and I just had to get my mind back in there, back in the game, and not overdrive the car. And the more you overdrive it on these type of tracks, the worse off you are. So it seemed to work out for us, worked out good. So thanks.
Now for teams like yourself, you got these 305 Sprints. Now you have this option running up here at Dog Hollow. You like it here?
Oh yeah, this track is ideally suited for these cars. It's not too big of a track, but yet it's still big enough. You get good speed. It's not as hard on our engines. Our engine packages are very conservative, but they're very cost effective, and it works really well for a guy on a budget to race. And this size of track is perfect, and it's fairly close for us, so it works out real great. We've raced with the PA Sprint Series for a number of years now, which is a fantastic organization. This is a little different division here in Western PA. They're their own division that Jim Mickney started, and I got to give him kudos for going out on a limb and trying it. But so far it looks like it's going to work well, and I think it's just going to continue to grow here. So I also caught up with second place finisher Bryce Stephen. Hey Bryce, real quickly, I have to say impressed. For 14 years old in your second ever race in a sprint car. Good job.
Thank you. It was a good race, and I tried my best there at the end and ended up coming in second. Felt good.
Now when you're catching the 12 there, did you have some thoughts that, hey, maybe I've got a win going on here?
Yeah, I definitely had something for him. I thought I changed my line there at the end and just showed him a little bit too much, and he ended up blocking me.
Well, I think this is an example of just how well the micro sprints can prepare somebody for a full-size sprint car, because you've certainly adapted very quickly.
Yeah, I started young and got a bunch of years under my belt. Got to these, and now I'm doing good in these.
What made your family here decide to try the 305s?
Just for a first year thing to start in. We're expecting to move up in later years, just to give me some time under a full-size sprint.
Following Irvine and Stephen across the line were Brian Walker, Ryan Lynn, and Steve Kennewell. After a couple of failed attempts, they get the pure stock feature underway. The 911 of Anthony Brown took the lead from the pole, with Tim Lockard in the 0 moving up to second. The yellow 13 of Adam Pletcher races Kylie Hamilton for third, and things got bottled up behind them. A few laps later, Lockard is in the lead with Pletcher second. A restart bunches the field, giving Pletcher a shot at the top spot. Lockard goes high in the turn, opening the door for Pletcher to take the lead. The 78 of Matt Summers runs third, with Justin Queen fourth. Late in the event, Lockard is charged with a caution and loses the second spot after contact with Pletcher. Adam Pletcher would go on to take his first Pure Stock win. Adam, congratulations. After all the success you had in the four cylinders, finally picking up your first Pure Stock win.
Yeah, it's my first, and I worked really, really hard for it. Last week I almost won and led every lap and went into turn 3 and the clutch blew, so I couldn't get any closer to winning than that, so I figured I'd try it again tonight and it seemed to work out good.
Well, Adam, this has been a long time in coming because you've had so many close finishes between here and Marion Center. What do you think finally got you over the hump to pull in victory lane?
Practice. Last year was my first year. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of went out, ran here, Marion Center, and got some seat time. I learned a lot actually following Jeremy from second. I mean, I think I got like 10,000 seconds in a row, so I've kind of learned how he ran, and it actually helped me out a lot.
And you also put other guys in your car at times last year.
Yeah, there was a few times that I couldn't make it, and I had somebody run, and they actually won a race. The guy I bought the car off of, Davey Lee, he ran and won, and then I actually had Tim Lockard run, and he did very well. And you know, sometimes it's nice to watch your car run a little bit, and so, you know, instead of being the guy in the car.
Justin Queen, Matt Krause, Matt Summers, and Donnie Lechak round out the top 5. So we have the Memorial Day weekend coming up. Certainly don't forget the true meaning of the holiday, but it also means lots of racing action, starting with some midweek specials. We'll preview some of those events to mark on your calendar.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.